I don't know how the audio is going to come through. I put music on, so just want to listen to a little something, but I'm going to turn it down. Sitting out here at the grocery store of your choice, at the big box hardware store of your choice, wherever I may be. It's where I'm at. I want to read something that I stumbled upon today. Out here living a life nomadic. I can tell you I'm living nothing like that dream. Absolutely nothing like that dream. Because it's consumed by this. Pretty much anyone that knows it's been years and years and years. In this particular segment of it, I can go back, it's May 27th, I think. It's consumed my whole summer. I ran around all day. I got the new generator up and running. I got the other one in the back, all packaged up and ready to go back. Super disappointed in that. It on paper was absolutely perfect, and I wish it was, but this new one, I don't know, there's no time for break-in, so it's too damn hot out here. So, but it's probably running a quarter to 50% load, and if it blows up, it blows up. The other one, that Champion I had, was I think I put 400 hours on it, maybe 500, and God knows what was on it before. I could have fixed it, but I just there's no time. There's no leisure activities. Like, I can't be fixing shit. That's all I do is fix shit, and this dog can't die. But see, let me get to this. All right, I was looking for trial dates today. I'm just gonna read this first, and then I'll go through it. Bear in mind, this is public record. You can go look me up, and people have. You can look. Feel free. But this is right at the Pasco County, Florida 6th Judicial Circuit. It's all public record, all public information. So I'm looking for trial dates today, hearing dates. I can't think and listen to this music, so down it goes. This is what I stumble upon. I'll read through it and then I'll address a couple things. So we got up there in the top there, my mother. Addressed to the judge. And this I'll get to again. I know you all can read, but I'm going to read it anyway. Your Honor, on June 11th, 2021, I was served a notice to appear in your court on September 4th, 2021, regarding a small claim. The suit was filed only days after I was granted an injunction against cyber stalking by the Honorable Judge DeClan Mansfield. This injunction was granted June 4th, 2021. However, it was never served because the party to be served, Ms. Tasha P. Teeling, daughter, will not open the door for the sheriff's officers. She is the party who is petitioning the court. I was present in the court for case 2021. You can read that yourself. And Ms. Teeling was present via Zoom. She was immediately aware that the injunction was granted. Since that time, cyberstalking has increased in frequency and damage. Private information has been published, including my bank account information, address, court documents, and previous legal documents, including a portion of my divorce decree and portions of a trust. My recycling has been stolen, which I believe was done to try to obtain more documentation. She has offered $10,000 for anyone who can obtain my divorce decree and trust in their entirety to be paid upon settlement. She states, in quotations, dead serious. This and much more can be found on our YouTube site. Let's put this out. Where was I? Lost my place. Okay. YouTube site under community, in quotations. There were disturbing videos filled with lies and slander, including slander against Judge Mansfield. Some of the worst can be found under the YouTube video entitled Mother of the Year. Many reports have been made to YouTube to no avail. The text of her petition to your court is filled with untruth. Her memory is false or exaggerated. She has tried to destroy me, my former husband, and her brother by false allegations. Believes she has hacked my Facebook account and printed things using my name. In one of her videos, she stated that she doesn't believe she will win this claim, but is doing this to get me in a position of negotiation. I'm asking the court to dismiss this suit as frivolous and vengeful. Very truly yours, Patricia M. Teeling. Alright, so this is what I want to, I'll break it down the way I see it and the way the law should see it. We have obviously up here Patricia M. Teeling. This is addressed to the Honorable Frank Gray. This is missing somebody that should be addressed to. In the end, it's clearly asking. I'm asking the court to dismiss this. What you're looking at here, by any and all accounts, in all reality, it's a motion to dismiss. You know, and we're going to go over here. Something she's probably not looked at. Let's right here, small claims proceedings. Every portion of law, and this is what I posted before. There's rules to how this game is played. It's not what you think it is or what you want it to be. There's rules that govern this. Service and filings of pleadings and documents other than statement of claim. When required, copies of all pleadings and papers subsequent to the summons, notice to appear, except application for witness subpoenas and orders of judgments entered in open court shall be served on each party. Shall be served on each party. Where are we? This should be addressed to me as well. Absolutely should be addressed to me as well. This is another, it's another ambush style where she thinks she can go behind my back and just do whatever she wants. It should have been defendant Patricia M. Teeling, plaintiff Tasha P. Teeling. I gotta get rid of that P. It stands for Patricia, and that was just lazy of me. And I never should have done it. It doesn't matter because no one used the middle name. But anyway, so all right. So I'm gonna start from the. All right, Your Honor, on June 11th, whatever. Served notice to appear. The suit was filed only days after I was granted an injunction against cyber stalking by the Honorable Judge DeClaire Mansfield, which was granted June 4th. No. There was I had sent her via registered mail a notice to cure, which she got on the 1st of June. And on the 2nd, instead of answering it, she went down to the courthouse on June 2nd and filed for a protective injunction against me rather than entertaining an offer to make things right. So there was nothing granted on the 4th. Let me go over to the legal lab right here on my bed. On the 4th is when the process server came and knocked on my van door and handed me this stuff. And I said, this lady's operating in fraud. She goes, well, you can tell a judge. So there was nothing granted. That was it. She once again sicked the cops on me to come harass me or beat me up. It's her freaking MO, as always. So there was nothing granted on the 4th. There was a hearing set on. I'm flipping through it here. So hearing set, it was days later, but there was nothing granted at the time. So she's lying as usual. She goes on to say, it was never served because a party to be served, so it wasn't granted. It was for a hearing on the 4th, when that got served. It was never served because the party to be served, Miss Tasha P. Teeling's daughter. This woman has never once in her life referred to me as daughter. The way she spoke about me in that court, it'll never come out of her. You'll see her agonize over trying to get over that hurdle. So this must have pained her new end to write that. Will not open the door for the sheriff's officers. They're sheriff's deputies. What door am I answering? Where am I right now? I don't have an address. My address is right up here, Camp Creek. That is trust property. That is in my name. That is my address. And the trustees not to commingle trust assets with their own personal property. This is something else that she's going to learn. So yeah, I will not open the door. One time, I remember that they came out of my shop. I was dead asleep. I did not freaking... This is all I have in my life. There's just this. So I'm sitting there, dead asleep, and there's 2 units outside of my van at my shop, which is not even a legal address, and they're banging on the door. I don't know what they want. I don't want to get beat up again. They're telling me they know me from the jail, this, that. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we'll not open the door for the sheriff's officers, deputies. She's the party petition in the court. She doesn't mention that I'm 100% disabled or that I've been homeless for 2 years. She omits very much here. I was present in the court for that, whatever, and Ms. Teeling was present via Zoom. She was immediately aware that the injunction was granted. This is what I'm going to bring. I mentioned this before as well. Does not whatsoever mention I'm disabled. I'm looking at this. This is 33 pages here about, just getting railroaded. Like this judge right here, and I'll get to this in a minute too. Let me just read a portion if I can find it. It's about free legal representation. I'm facing, in her her injunction, I could face jail fucking jail time if I break this cyber stalking, whatever this is. I've addressed that as well. That'll come out in the future. But it says, who are the litigants least able to represent themselves in court who would be denied access to our system of justice unless provided with an attorney to advocate for them? There are litigants who, once inside the courtroom, simply cannot understand what is happening or cannot meaningfully participate in the proceedings, or because they lack education or experience, but because not because they lack education or experience, but because mental or physical disabilities impair their understanding. I had no idea. I got freaking crushed. Absolutely crushed. I couldn't get a sentence in with the Honorable Judge DeClan Mansfield. He told me that's not what it's about, and I need a 6-month cooling off period. I cannot meaningfully participate. I can sit here and waste countless hours, weeks, months, whatever, fighting this crap, but I get railroaded the second I get in there. So she can say I can understand. I don't understand. I'm not a trial attorney. I can go through all the trial. I have the everything trial related. I could tell you Florida claims rules. This tells you trial procedure. I'm not a practicing trial attorney. It's not possible. And you tell these judges, like the one I'm dealing with now, Frank Gray. This is the one that said I could write. So my ADA accommodations are to be denied. But does this lady mention that? She doesn't care. She just says that I'm fully aware. I was immediately aware. What was the injunction on? Cyber stalking? Stalking is the legal definition of stalking is the intentional harassment of somebody that serves no legitimate purpose. I've had a legitimate purpose. I just wanted answers. So she goes on. Since that, cyber stalking has increased in frequency and damage. Where is your evidence? Private information has also been published, including my bank account information. I've addressed this, and I want to see if she needs to bring that evidence because she's absolutely lying there. Until it's proven. Where's this bank information? Address. This is public information. Camp Creek, that's my address too. I own that place. And you've put it all in the public forum. Court documents and previous legal documents, all public record. You can't complain about something that's not a crime. I love this right here. like a portion of my divorce decree. I was very much a party to that divorce. No doubt about it. I was part of that divorce. I'm a party to that divorce, not her divorce decree. That somehow my brother managed to freaking negotiate a full freaking college scholarship to, and portions of a trust. What trust, Patricia? The Teeling Family Trust, one to which I am a beneficiary, and you've violated trust code. You've committed breaches of trust. The crimes are endless. My recycling has been stolen. I'm not going to get into that. Like, I'm not stealing her recycling, for one. That's just ridiculous. And one thing any idiot knows, once something hits the curb, it's trash. It's anybody's freaking business. I'd take her stupid recycling. She's got rats living in that house. It's disgusting. Which I believe is done to obtain more documentation. It's her belief. She went to the metaphysical church for a while too. That's her belief. Doesn't mean it's true. She's offered $10,000 so you can obtain a divorce decree and trust in their entirety. Yes, I did. Absolutely offered $10,000 payable upon settlement, because I can't do this all by myself. It's consuming my whole entire life because this lady refuses to abide by the law and produce freaking documents and instruments that are owed to me. It's her duty to provide me. And then she states dead serious. Like, the dead serious in quotations. Like, she's implying, like, violence is what I believed. Dead serious. I'm deadly serious. I read those freaking documents. Those are my documents. I'm dead serious. I'll pay $10,000 if anyone could have provided them to me. No one stepped up for that. This and much more can be found on our YouTube site under community. So this woman is stalking me. I don't have to share any of this stuff, but I'm doing it. It's just me in this van. I've been in this van alone for a year. I'm going to post what I want on there. I can share what I want. It's my right to share. Now I just so happen to be sharing this part of my life. Could be the OJ trial that I'm sharing. It doesn't matter. They're disturbing videos filled with lies and slander, including slander against Judge Mansfield. Oh, that I said I got an improper trial. I don't have full and equal access to the courts. I wouldn't call that slander. That's a judicial complaint. Absolutely, I did. Didn't slander him. I have a judicial complaint against him. Some of the worst can be found under the YouTube video titled Mother of the Year. I don't remember much about that video, but I do remember that I had mentioned, I had asked my mother once, I said, I really think I was molested. And she goes, no. I said, what do you mean no? She goes, that's impossible. If that's the worst, we can't even explore the fact that I think that may have happened. We're just going to go hide in a corner over here. I don't know what else. That was the only part of the video I remember. I mean, I could rewatch it. It came out of my mouth. I said it. Many reports have been made to YouTube to no avail. Because I have the right to share my life. I have not violated anything on the YouTube platform. Everybody on here pretty much knows when you want to strike a channel or bring somebody down or complain to someone or long form them, you contact the content creator. That's the first thing they ask you to do. She's never contacted me to no avail because I'm not doing a thing wrong. The text to her petition of your court is filled with untruth. Alright, if it's filled with untruth, now would be the time to prove that in court. Prove that it's untrue. The burden of proof's on the accuser, but that burden could change if she had read how these trial procedures work. And once again, I have to not only respond to this, but as well I have to address these ADA accommodations, because these trials are at 10 a.m. where I'm not up till 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I can't sleep. I have, and some of the things I can bring up, as far as my disability, they don't even want to hear. So I'll have to call the ADA coordinator or whatever. But she doesn't have any. There's no regard to my homelessness, my disability, nothing. It's just her so-called untruth. Her memory is false or exaggerated. So, these would be the times to prove that that's that these are the case. But she doesn't want to do that. False or exaggerated. How so? Cite some things here. How are they false? How's my memory exaggerated? There are things that I have not shared on here that would frickin' absolutely floor people. And I haven't done it because I'd like to maintain some frickin' dignity. Not like it's not going to happen through all this. She just tried to destroy me, my former husband, and her brother by false allegations. All of you guys are frickin' living in houses with frickin' Roth IRAs and this, that, and the other thing. I'm out here living in a frickin' grocery store parking lot. 97-degree van. Destroy me. Well, you're cheating me out of fucking... Well, you're violating frickin' ethics and breaching trust, and trying to have me murdered by the police. My former husband or brother, false allegations. If anyone's seen theirs, I've shown the documents to public record where my brother is notarizing inside dealing trust assets. There's nothing false about that. He put his freaking signature and stamp and notary on there. My father apparently signed the house over like months before the trust was it was rolled in the trust. I believe she has hacked my Facebook account and put in things using my name. Prove it. Hacked your Facebook account. Like, I have time to hack your Facebook account. It might be about she might be talking about the stupid thing she made of Paw Warriors. The only Facebook freaking post I brought up I found of hers was when she was worried about the cat in 2018. The cat she wanted ball black to get over in Gulf Harbors because it didn't look good. Or she put that in quotations too. She put "gone" in quotations, much like she put "dead serious" in quotations. Like, she tries to incite like these terrible things are going to happen. Well, terrible things have happened, and I'm out here living in the street because of it. Okay, so yeah, I believe she's hacked my Facebook account. Go ahead and prove that. Go ahead and prove that frickin' I went over stole your recycling. Like, look at my Google timeline. I haven't been anywhere around there. This phone goes everything with me. She knows that as well. Printed things using my name. Now you're making some serious claims here. You're going to have to prove that I'm out here doing these dastardly deeds. In one of her videos, she stated that she doesn't believe she will win this claim, but is doing this to get me in a position of negotiation. Cite that post. There's no negotiation here. I had mentioned in the past that that's something when you come up to mediation with like insurance companies and stuff, if they're really being bastards about things, the negotiation's done by them. Like, there's no negotiation. These are what she's committed is criminal and breach of trust and kidnapping and attempted murder. There's no negotiation to get me in a position of negotiation. No, there's no negotiation. This is I want what is right, and I want you to follow the law. I'm asking the court to dismiss this suit as frivolous and vengeful. So, frivolous, vengeful. There's no such. I believe the word she was looking for wasn't vengeful, but was vexatious. And she doesn't know that. She's just looking for words that she thinks she knows what they mean. But frivolous, I addressed this earlier. Where is it? Right here. Okay, for a second. Frivolous claim, also called a bad faith claim, refers to a lawsuit, motion, or appeal that is intended to harass, delay, or embarrass the opposition, which I would say would be her doing right now. Also, as evidenced by the cyber stalking injunction. Bad faith. That was a response to my notice to cure. A claim is frivolous when the claim lacks any arguable basis, either law or in fact. Case law. This means it's a frivolous claim. Either the factual connotations are clearly baseless. This is what allegations are production of delusion or fantasy. Much like me stealing her recycling or hacking her Facebook. This is she's delusional. Or the claim is based on an indisputably meritless legal theory. Meritless legal theory. You mean this? You mean this? Meritless, baseless, served upon you. Much like it says. But that's it. Like, I'm out here and I'm going to go ahead and answer this because it's part of our MO. It's to keep you running in circles. There's nothing here that this judge should dismiss anything about. And I have to go down this rabbit hole of... Where the heck is it? This. Certain mental disabilities prevent a person from comprehending what is happening in a courtroom or mustering a case. This is full. There's 33 pages of things that absolutely apply to me. Never mind at 10 in the morning. By myself. Up against charges that they didn't even require the police, as she calls them, sheriff's officers. It doesn't even require calling the sheriff's office to speak to a deputy. She's just going to answer something and say I'm cyber stalking her. Does she know what my disabilities are? No. Some examples come here readily to mind. Mental retardation, dementia, schizophrenia, severe depression. All of these things. None of these are mentioned. On top of being freaking homeless. Except I could be living at Camp Creek, but that house is going to go. But I'm sure I'm going to think of tons of things to add to this. I didn't have to do any of this. But this is it's another example of her ambush style attacks. Absolutely, I should have been the second person listed on this right here. Second person. We know what it's going to. Frank Gray, this is the one, it should have been Your Honor. It should have been her, me, Your Honor. The guy that wouldn't let me get my evidence, and the guy that said since I could write, I was to have no freaking ADA accommodations. But that's it. 27 minutes long. See you guys later.